Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel again. In last video we had seen how to set up Mongo shell or server in macOS locally. So in this video we'll cover some basic commands or basic query in Mongo DB. So first of all let's start work. So I'm gonna start Mongo shell. So I'm gonna use called MyDB. So we had switched to DB called MyDB, and inside it I'm going to create a collection for user. So let's call db.users. So this will gonna create a collection, and inside it I'm gonna insert a document. Let's call the name of the user. Let's give it name of user1, and I'm gonna give it is of 10. Hit enter, and there you can see one document has been inserted. And if I'm gonna use db.find, okay, I have to give the name of my collection here, db.users.find.pretty. There you can see we have our user here. So now we had created one document, and this is how can we perform operation using insert. So as you see, we can insert the value to the document here, and if I have to insert more values, so let's give its name of user2, and I'm going to give the is for 20, and by separate with comma I'm gonna create another document. So here I'm gonna give it user3, and gonna give it is of 30. Hit enter, and if I'm gonna use user find ready, there you can see we have user1 here and user2 here. We have two user. It has insert only one user at a time. So for insert we have different query like insert one, or insert like many. So let's clear the terminal first, and we're gonna use insert one first. So here I'm gonna use db.user and insert one. Here I'm gonna give user 3, and I'm gonna give the age of 30. That will insert one document to our collection. Hit enter, and we had successfully inserted one user, and there you can see now we have all the user inside it. So clear the terminal first. Now see what the insert many method do. So I'm going to use db.users.insert many, and inside it we have to pass number of these users what we have to insert, and inside it we have to pass in array format. So I had created array of users. There you can see it's simply in JSON format, and it has a list of user. So just copy this one array, or you can write same by your own, and I'm gonna paste it inside it, and after that close the parenthesis. And if I'm gonna hit enter, there you can see we have insert all of the user, and if I'm gonna find the user, we have list of user here. One more thing, like it is displaying only 20 user, and if I hit it, there you can see it is saying me type IT for more, and you're gonna display me the list of remaining user. So that's all the this operation that we use basically for insert the data in our database. So first of all, we had seen how work with insert, or how work with insert one, or insert many. In many you have to pass the array, and in insert one you can simply pass the one document that should be inside your curly braces there. So let's now look on the read operation. Uh, we had already seen, like, to find the data. Here we had to find the data. So let me uh, delete user first, and we'll work further. Delete many. There you can see now we haven't any user inside it, and if I'm gonna use insert many, so let me use insert some data inside it, insert many, and I'm gonna just copy few 3 users only. Just close the array, hit enter. It's saying uncaught. Okay, I'm missing the parenthesis here. Clear this one first. So we have tb.users insert many, and inside it I have to paste the array, and just there you can see we had inserted the user successfully. In last query I had missed the to add the parenthesis, and clear this one. So now I'm going to use tb.users.find parenthesis Freddy. So find what it's gonna do, like it will find the user's data for us, and I'm gonna use here Freddy, so that it will be in readable, much readable format. So for fetch the data from the our collection, so we simply use find, and at a single time find return only 20 documents. So we can do further operation, like we have the name of user one. So if I'm gonna use find, and inside it I'm gonna pass the name to which uh, for which user we have to find the details. So if I'm gonna pass user one, there you can see it only showing the output for the user one only. Also we can perform further operation, like uh, we can use here is, and inside is I'm gonna use $GT, that is a result keyword inside Mongo DB. GT stand for greater than, and inside it I'm gonna pass the value of 10. So it will gonna give me output those user who has age greater than 10. So all of 3 user are have age greater than 10. Lowest is 15, and clear this one. And if I'm gonna change the value to the 15, let's see, there you can see we have only 2 user who has age greater than 15. We can also perform the operation like who has age less than 17. There you can see 15 and 16 has the is less than the 17. Also if we can use equal to, if any user has equal age to 17. For this we have to pass eq. So there you can see we are able to see all of the detail related to this. Now the next thing, like uh, as I already said, and we had seen already in a find, it displayed only 20 document at a time. So let's see once again. So I'm gonna insert db dot users. Here I have to pass the name of my collection and insert many. So inside it I'm gonna just paste the array I have here, the number of user, and I'm gonna just paste this one. So we had inserted many users in our collection, so I'm gonna use db dot users dot find dot pretty, hit enter. There you can see it is fetching only 20 user at a time, and it is asking for type it for more. So if I'm gonna press it, I'm able to fetch the remaining user. So now what to do if I have to get all of the user at a time? So simply I can use find.toArray. So that will gonna create me an array which having all of the user inside it. So there you can see now we able to find all of the user. Also we can do one more thing. In place of toArray I can simply add here for each loop, and inside for each I'm gonna just pass an arrow function, and inside it I'm gonna just use data, and here I'm gonna use print JSON, and inside it I'm gonna pass data. So that will show all of the user list we have. So there you can see now I'm able to get all of the user list we have in database. Now next thing, like we have the user which has id, name and age. In some scenario we just need like to fetch the list of user, and we have to just require for username. We do not require user id or age. So we can add projection using find as well. So what we need to do, I'm going to use db dot users, our collection name, and in after that I have to use find. And first of all I'm gonna use like inside find which data we are looking for. So I'm gonna pass here empty curly braces. It means it gonna fetch through all the list of user. After that we can add the options for like what data we need to fetch. So here I'm going to use name. Like I just need to fetch only name, and let's give it pretty. And if I'm gonna hit enter, there you can see now we have our object ID that is default generated by Mongo DB, and we have name as well. So what I need to do, like if I'm gonna just remove the object ID, here I'm gonna just use comma underscore ID. It should be underscore ID, and for this I'm gonna pass the value of 0. So there you can see now we have the all of name of to all of users of name. So uh, that's how we can use projection using find. So now next thing, uh, how to update our data. Like we had already look on how to insert data or how to read data. So let's work with the update data. So let's I'm gonna clear it, and let's db dot users. Let's delete once, delete empty. I'm gonna empty the collection, and also I'm gonna insert few datas like insert many, and inside it I'm gonna just copy the 2 or 3 users inside it. Let me grab quickly, and here we go. Okay, now we have 3 users inside our database. So for update, we have different operation like update one, update many, or simply update. So first of all, no, let me check the data. So db.users.find, and inside it we have user one, which has ASO of 15. So let's quickly update the value of first user. So I'm gonna update its um, I'm gonna just add the gender to the first user as well. So what I need to do, I'm gonna use db dot our collection name users dot update, and inside it, first of all we have to pass the data which we have to update. So I'm going to use age, where which user have age of 15. I'm going to use here comma, then we have to set the new data for that user. So I'm going to use gender, and here I'm going to use gender called male. Save this one, and if I'm gonna find the user, there you can see we have one extra field for first user. It has been gender male as well. So let's clear this one, and if I'm gonna use here gender female and db find dot pretty, there you can see now our gender has changed to the female. Same thing we can do with the update one. Let me use the update to 1, and here we go. The user having the age of 15, I'm gonna set it gender back to male. Let me clear this one, and if we fetch the data, we are able to see he's having the gender of male. Now let's see the update menu operation. So here I'm going to use update many, and inside update many I'm going to just pass the empty curly braces, and I'm going to set gender to the male for all of user. Is there anything wrong? Yeah. gb.users.update many, I had write one extra parenthesis above. Here out first I have to pass empty curly braces because I want to update data for all of users in the list, and I'm gonna pass gender of male. Just close this one and clear terminal once. Let's see. Now there you can see all of user have one more key called gender. Now you can see like in update we able to do the same thing. So what's the difference between update or update one or update many? So let's take a closer look to the update, and if I'm gonna use user dot update, and inside it I have to pass the data, and to which data I need to update. So first of all, if I pass the like whose user has a age of 16, and I'm gonna use dollar sign set, and I'm gonna set his okay, if I'm doing anything wrong, yeah, set his gender to the female, and there you can see gender is changed to the female. But now what's the difference, uh, why to use update? So like if I'm gonna use the update, and I just remove the set here. Now let's run the query. It executed successfully, and if I'm gonna read data, there you can see it has replaced all of the data with gender female. So it remove all of the previous data and just insert the new data inside it. And if I'm gonna try to do same thing using update 1, let's see what will happen. So I'm gonna use update 1. There you can see we can't do the same thing using update 1. It will throw the atomic uh, operator error. There you can see the update operator operation document must contain atomic operator. So we just have to set our value here. So that's the basic difference. Now things remaining, we had to work on delete. So we have operation delete one or delete many. Let's see both of operation. So I'm going to use db.users dot delete, and first we'll see delete one. Here I have to pass simply is of whose user is 16. So just delete the user, and let's read the data. There you can see the user who has having the age of 16 has been deleted. Now we can perform some other operation like greater than or smaller than. So here I have to pass like in place of 16 I'm gonna use curly braces $sign gt greater than which user has greater than age of 16. There you can see we have the user uh, 3 which is greater than 60. So if I'm gonna hit enter here, and I'm gonna read the data, now we can see we have only one user in our document. Okay, we have two user, I'm sorry, in our document. This user hasn't any age, so it is still existing here. So let's remove both of the user. So we can simply use delete many. So db.users delete many, and inside it we have to pass the curly braces, so empty curly braces, so that will gonna delete all of the document, all of the collection. So if I'm gonna read the collection, data of collection, I'm not able to see anything. So that's all for this video. In summary, we had covered how can we use find operation, like find one, or we can use a projection using find, or we can display all of the data using a find dot array or for each, or we had also able learn like for insert operation, like insert or insert one or insert many, and we had seen as well a projection for in find query as well, and we had worked with the update and delete operation as well. So that's all for this video. If you really enjoy this, please like this video, and if you are new, please subscribe my channel.